your mouth and look at my wad. Loads of money!
Is your muffin buttered? Would you like us to assign someone to butter your muffin? Excuse me.
I hate trees, because money don't grow on them. Look at that tree. No money. Me? Loads of
Just me? Think back. Governments worldwide enforcing activity and coerce employability. That defence offensive of digital that marked COVID like a technical solution.
Shut your mouth. So, right, lads, what's out for the ladies? Lounge, lounge, lounge. Right, whop it out. What that? Lounge of money. Whop it out. Lounge of money. Doing up the acid for bread and butter. My bird's page free and my car's a nutter. Loads of money is shall I utter as I wave my wand to the geezers in the gutter.
For me, for food and essentials, supermarket staff were enhanced to a new key worker grade. Society needs to suck up to truck drivers. They can redefine offer and acceptance rules. Given protected prestige to pillage will be next. Social storm. The world's acting weird to an
I know. It's loads of money.
Is your mother worried? Would you like us to assign someone to worry your mother? Excuse me.
The world's acting weird to an unheard of agenda.
What?
Regulatory shapeshift of us all into guinea pigs for experimentation.
Excuse me.
Yeah. World War Weird.
Hey you.
And new. Credence cachet in capability, boasts and brags. Sorely tempts so few individuals into proclaiming themselves heroic representations of a nation.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Right, let's do up the house. Bus, shums and wallet, dash. 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 Whop your what? Whop your what? Whop your what on the counter? Whop your what? Whop your what? Whop your what on the counter? Whop your what on the counter? Whop your what on the counter?
National lines had been long dwindling, but now reducing smaller to elected feudal fiefdoms. Regional repatriation. Assumed expat repatriation became at risk of conditional and uncompliable. The world's acting weird to an unheard of agenda. Nearest French neighbour that I call Gunkstripe Dracula is in complete isolation, emerging only once a fortnight, pulling his to hell in a handcart behind him when he goes to the supermarket. The sun is shining bright, but it's a slow decay as if the sun has gone. Cold.
Excuse me. What? Hey you, over there, on the chaise longue in your underwear.
Guerre. World War Weird. Courts couldn't have been predicted to be overlooking, enforcing their fundamental preoccupation favourite of property. Steering them preferred over legislative anarchy of need. The world's acting weird to an I harboured some irrationally insecure thoughts. My urgent desire from far afield to silence my English home's fire alarm beep siren call advertising that it's vacant was irrational, I know now, from a foreigner in France.
What are you doing sitting down? You should be horizontal now.
Things are nothing like how you fear here. There's no need, no one is interested in squatting your house. Town centre, ground floor, but the reality is town centres are empty.
Trees, grass, pastures, flowers, bollocks.
But squatters, super if it's for you, not when visited on you. Few are paying their rent, so when they get illegally evicted, they're going to do a legal entry for somewhere else to stay, aren't they? My loved one that I shared my feelings with recruited my mother and brother to work on my irrational fear, and they were only too pleased to help. Never talk about your problems, it only makes them worse. It's like putting a target on your back. Changing a battery in a fire alarm became a social violation, more unpredictable and irrational than anything I imagined. A plumbing tinker, a disaster enabled, was not requested. Theft of perceived payment, due for an invoice invented to an inflated perceived value of the effort. I like, therefore I take. I witnessed as a listener from 1,000 miles away, live.
Touching yourself. You said, baby, do you want to come home with me? I got Buffalo 66 on.
When access for mother and brother are always known as empirically denied. I was overruled in absentia by my loved one, my proxy. Carelessness. I heard them over the phone, powerless at every stage, protesting do not enter when they're having trouble with the key at the door. I tried polite, at every stage calm, but inevitably with increasing venom. I had tried trading. If you... this... I tried aggressive shouting down the phone, but that was the design, to intervene in my life in France when my mother doesn't want me there, she wants me at the end of a leash. I'd been descriptive, used comparatives of feelings of abuse, of powerlessness. It was clear that grateful wasn't what I should be.
I was in your wet dream, driving in my car. Saw you at the side of the road, there's no one.
As I was being told. I was being told to come home by prompting, provoking attendance, confrontation, investigation of repairs needed after their interventions, replace what's been undone and missing. When it came in person, her prodding and poking and unlawful touch in COVID, as always, got a metered, delayed response from me. Mum and Dad 10 years before and 20 years before seemingly took a rush of pleasure from squandering things I'd hard won. It can be squandered by persons in positions of authority, reinforced, ingrained regularly. Fear of success, fear of happiness even. Do people see it as a measuring stick for themselves?